He's just putting that pressure on him.
See how he's framing this. Look, you know something that great strikers all have in common?
What is going on, everybody? Cyrus Looney here, your host of the evening, joined by the man, the myth, the legend himself, AJS the Pug. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing good, Looney. I'm doing good. I am excited for this card and just can't wait for it to get going.
Yeah, for sure, brother, for sure. These guys, all killers top to bottom, absolutely stacked. Got BSD JT up against FOI Rebel in the main event. Gonna love to see those guys throw down. I know JT from obviously PT, and I know that guy's a bit of a savage, so interested to see what Rebel can do up against him in the main event there, my man. But we've got lots and lots of fights to get through. First and foremost, we're gonna be up obviously between Scotland and Barston, I think that's how you say them. Barston, something like that. These guys, though, I believe it's a Vanguard pick and a Powerhouse, if I'm not mistaken there, Pug. So it's going to be an interesting matchup between these two guys and seeing how they stack off, but they're going to be starting us off with a bit of a bang. Obviously, we see Random Urkel up next after that. Looks like we're switching across to this first fight. Not going to waste any time with it. Barston, Scotland, matching up. As we said, Barston is using the Vanguard calf, I do believe, and Brian Scotland using the Powerhouse boxer. Obviously got a lot of power in those hands. He's going to be looking to utilize that early up against Spars. I think you'll agree, obviously, over there, Pog. Up against the Powerhouse has to be very, very careful. Keep those hands up, stay on the bike. Those shots can land often and heavily.
Oh, they certainly can. You cannot risk it with fighting like a Vanguard. When you're a Vanguard, you can't risk it against Powerhouse, should I say. Try and get my words out properly.
No, for sure. I mean, I believe you're a Vanguard player yourself.
Obviously, I am.
I'm sure you're used to all of the unorthodox kicking opportunities, so maybe looking to utilize that, keep a little bit of range, make sure that those big, powerful hands do not land. But Brian Scotland's not trying to waste any time, starting quickly, throwing some leather there, man. Going to the leg, attacking the head, doing a great job so far.
I was going to say, just for a bit of VFL trivia, I am actually the record holder for the most submission wins inside the VFL with 11.
Jesus, well, you are the vanguards of all vanguards, my man. Brian Scotland lands a lovely head kick there, trying to go back and forth. Nice combination, starting with a straight, trying to interrupt his opponent. Continues to go back to that lead head kick. A little bit telegraphed. I wonder if his opponent's going to look to duck that.
Duck it, yeah, he needs to definitely duck it, or just move slightly out of range so he can come back in with that straight shot. But I'm also liking that lead body side kick he's doing to keep the range. Because obviously you don't want the Vanguard getting in the... not the Vanguard, the Powerhouse getting in the pocket.
No, for sure. Brian Scotland's doing a great job of swarming right now. Those knees to the body for Spars or Barston are very, very nice. He's going to continue to attack the stamina, make it a little bit tougher in this real-time clock setup that we have in VFL here. These seconds, they tick away a little bit more slowly than what you do in OWC, so definitely has to be mindful of that as this fight progresses.
Yeah. And the thing is, calves are weird ones, aren't they? You think they're going to die, and then out of nowhere they just come back.
Oh, big shot from Spars. Nice work trying to attack the calf on the exit. Big lead upper into the overhand for Scotland. Something back, but Both guys' head healths flashing nice and early. Don't imagine we're going to see a judge's scorecard on this one, especially with them throwing leather like this within the first 2 minutes, my man.
Yeah, you love it, don't you, to see this?
Yeah,
just
sure,
a fight, they're in the pocket.
Gilbert Melendez, Sanchez-esque sort of action. Both guys standing on each other's front foot, making sure to throw as many bombs as they can. That's normally going to go in the favour of the powerhouse, but Barsden so far doing a good job of covering.
To be honest, I had the feel of Robbie Lawler, Rory MacDonald. That's the feel I've got from this fight.
I'm sure they're both going to be drenched in blood by the end of it, man. That spin kick from Scotland, he's gone through it a couple of times now, and each time it's at least landing on the block. He has to be careful if that spars is, it at least eats at your block, and if he's able to continue to block that and maybe set up a good slip, that can really send his opponent to a world of pain, high vulnerability on those head kicks.
Oh, definitely, but the thing is, if you time that slip wrong with that kick, it's night for you, so a lot of people think, well, I've got enough block, I'll just take it on there.
Nice body kick. I'm loving the body work from both guys, knowing that this fight is a potentially full 15 minutes and attacking that body over and over again with those roundhouse kicks that we see from Scotland. It's going to really start to pay dividends as this fight goes on, but what a rock again!
Oh, Scotland and Spars are just going at it. It's what you love to see.
He is. I'm loving the body work from Scotland, man. I mean, he has to be careful. Those kicks on the inside can be answered back by a couple of hooks, and it looks like Barsden is attempting to do so, but so far so good on those body kicks, those roundhouses, really adding up. What a sidestep.
Yeah, I was just going to say, as Scotland learned from his debut fight when he fought Bang Bang, because obviously Bang Bang works that body and he works that head, and he drains your stamina, so maybe he's realised that's the key to victory.
Yeah, he's definitely a tough very first matchup. Of course, EK Bang Bang, one of the best on the scene, got incredible pressure and can really make that cage feel small for you. And Scotland obviously learning some things from that, staying quite composed here this evening, landing some good shots and managing his range very well. Oh! Up until there though, my man, Spar's not wasting any time on.
I was going to say, you do not want that duck into another cut.
Mate, the animation, the ragdoll drop, I don't know how he's surviving this.
Last 30 seconds, can he survive?
Able to take his opponents back after that barrage being put on him, trying to land some damage of his own. Going to be a great way to end out the round after eating so many shots, just to try and get that head health down of your opponent. Equalise it out a little bit. Going into the second round, it's all to play for, my man, and yeah, these guys are really pushing for it, leaving it all in the cage. We've only had 5 minutes of action so far, and both guys already having massive moments of adversity and success. Got to be feeling, good and bad about that round, right? For both guys, both got rocked, both got a rock. So definitely adjustments need making from it. We'll have to see who's able to make the bigger of those adjustments going into that second round. But very good work from both men so far, there, Pug.
Oh, definitely, both. I'd like to see Scotland make the adjustment, maybe clinch, take it to the ground, because he's just been caught, hasn't he, in the trying to trade in the pocket, and I think it's the wrong game plan to go against a powerhouse unless you know you are the 10 times the better boxer. Then
Mate, Scotland is landing some good shots. You're absolutely right. In the pockets, normally some gets reversed by Spars trying to get that finish, though. Now he's in a world of pain. Wow. Okay. This man feels confident on his feet, does not want to play around with the ground game, stands back up from a very dominant position, now trying to land some hands, but eating some for his troubles.
But the thing is, even when you're on the ground in the dominant position, with a vanguard on the bottom, you're never safe anyway, so I think it's the best idea.
Yeah, for sure. No, you're absolutely right. That's a very good point, man. Those vanguards are got sneaky submissions, as you very well know, my man, holding that record. But yeah, he's doing a great job. He just really has to be careful on that inside. We see Barsden loading up on rounded shots continuously, go into those upcuts and hooks, and if any of those land with the powerhouse calf, I mean, it just sends your entire world on askew.
It certainly does, yeah. But Aston or Spars is definitely pushing forward now. He's like, yeah,
yeah, he's feeling that he's got an opportunity. His opponent's head health is a little bit low. So is his, but like we said a number of times now, that powerhouse.
Oh, there we go. He's pushing forward now, Looney. I think he's going in for the kill. He smells blood, doesn't he?
He really does. He's not really taking any back steps. Nice work from Brian. Shots though 3 minutes 20 on the second round. Lands a nice jab, uppercut. My God, Brian's turning up. I said Brian Scotland. Am I getting that right? Yeah, Brian Scotland. Scotland's doing great, man. He had a powerhouse coming at him, landing bombs, and still found a way to change the tide and get him to back up a little bit.
Yeah, I think Brian Scotland is actually from Canada. We've been wearing the Canadian shorts.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Got the Canadian shorts. Interesting last name, brother. Interesting last name. Got to rate it. Nice. There's that clinch you were talking about, brother.
Yeah, that you need it. You can't expect it to trade in the pocket with a Vanguard. You're stupid if you do it, in my eyes.
Yeah, you've got to play to your advantages, right? So, I mean, some guys, they see their opponent, they see what they're good at, and they're like, we're going to beat you at that area, but the path of least resistance is the best one, and that's why, right there, Spar's landing another couple of big shots, sitting him down. Now marching forward, my man, and trying to get this massive damage off as he sits him down again. Jesus, Barsden not wasting any time on this.
Barsden, let me check up how his last fight went, because I'll just check in the Discord.
Sits him down once again. This man's out for blood in this one. You can see it covering his glove. That right glove just absolutely splattered with his opponent's blood as he sits him down again. The Canadian having a lot of adversity.
So both of these fighters are 0-1 at the moment. They both lost their debut fight. So Barsden wants that coveted first win inside the league.
You need to get out of the losing column into the winning. Somebody's has got to go, and it Spars. What a knockout!
That was just a killer.
Timing on that, my man. Somebody's needs to go. Right there it is. The celebration as well. You love to see it. The Caps always have the most interesting ones for sure, brother.
That was a fight.
It really was, man. These guys not wasting any time. That was a beautiful uppercut as well, though. Nicely timed. His opponent was trying to open up with a combination, but as we said, in that pocket, the powerhouse is always going to have the advantage if he's able to land during any of those flurries.
Yeah.
What a great fight, though, brother. One hell of a way to start out these early prelims. Interesting to see where both of these guys go from here. I mean, Scotland not looking bad during that fight. He had lots of moments of success. I'm sure he's going to be, that was a better representation of what he's bringing to the table. But, as of right now, the story is Barsden is the man on a mission and he's taking a step forward in the rankings. Great job by that man right there. I believe that we have our second fight that's coming up very shortly. Purple Urkel up against Random the One. So what can you tell me about these guys?
Well, to be honest, I've not seen much of the Random One, but I've seen Purple Urkel quite a few times inside the VFL. He's good striking, good grappling, all round, just good fighter. So, and I believe you might have seen Purple Urkel inside Prime Time before, haven't you?
Yeah, both of these gentlemen are recent additions to the PlayStation side of Primetime. Obviously, the PlayStation side making waves over there at the moment, and they're looking to do the same inside of VFL on this card 26 this evening. We see that there is an advantage in terms of the victories previous to tonight, with Purple Urkel 7-2. Obviously a little bit different though, right? When you're under the lights, we've said it so many times on, I'm sure you guys said it as well here, but in primetime, ESFL, all of those sorts, you see these guys come out and, no matter what the record is, when the bright lights are on, it can really change the way that you approach it. These guys start out quickly, nice head kick from Random the One, looks like he's going to chop at that base over and over again.
Can I just ask what time you're on, Looney? Because I think I might be just slightly behind.
Oh, sorry, big flying knee. I'm on 4 minutes 27, brother. These guys going at it. Jesus, that was a big rock from Purple Urkel. The flying knee was absolutely beautiful. Trying to get something going with the spin kicks to the body.
So what did you say? 14 minutes?
Sorry, I'm on 4 minutes 1, 4, 3, 59, 8, so on, brother.
Why would mine have to come up differently to yours? This is streaming on bloody...
no worries, brother. If you check your Discord, I'll stream it to you, my man.
Right, I will do that now.
Nice spin kicks to the body. Purple Urkel's using a lot of those spins. He has to be careful. He is a little bit on the inside of the range. Random the one trying to attack the body, but once again eats a flying knee. Purple Urkel seems to have... my God, these guys been watching Sandhagen or something. They want that flying knee KO ahead of tomorrow's card, brother. Big shots being landed, and Purple Urkel gets the win. Random the one is out. 2 minutes 54 in the first round was all that was left. Just over 2 minutes is what Purple Urkel needed to get that beautiful destruction going. Able to land those big, powerful shots, those flying knees, landed time and time again, and he's able to pick up a big W this evening for himself. Funnily enough, he's actually another gentleman that's on. He was on 0-2 going into this fight, so a big W for him, man. A big W.
I just ask how you're streaming this, Looney. Is it through your Twitch account?
Discord, brother. Discord. Go to the commentary booth on Discord.
Ah, now I see. There we go. I'm in.
Perfect. Well, that was a. I mean, technical issues. These things happen from time to time, my man. But you know that was a. That was a really quick fight. So there's definitely one of those don't blink ones. These guys coming out very quick. You said it a little bit earlier on there. Pug. These calf guys, they come out to throw leather often and early and doing a great job so far. Well, my man, I think that brings us on to the next one. It's going to be an Xbox bout. It's going to be between Fleck and Legend Killer. Acrobat Calf, I do believe. Acrobat Calf is what I believe I'm seeing here for one of these gentlemen. And is it Versatile Calf for the other one? I'm not massively, I'm not somebody that's played a lot of caps myself there outside of somebody like, Razor. So how do these styles kind of stack up against each other there, Pug? May have lost Pug for a moment. That's okay, though. These guys start...
we're back.
You're back? Great stuff, brother. Great stuff.
I don't know what happened there.
All good, brother. Discord is like that on times, but these guys starting out quickly, brother. What I was asking a moment ago is how do you normally stack up against each other? It looks like we've got an Acrobat up against a Versatile Calf.
I was going to say, yes, it is the right person I'm thinking of. Flecky's been fighting out and came back under different names, but he did have a glaring weakness to over-committing combinations. So let's see in his time away, has he managed to stop that?
Well, that's an interesting point that you bring up there, Pug. If he's somebody that overcommits by the sword, die by the sword, but that can really work against you if you in these, in this format. Full 15 minutes, there were no accelerated clocks here, so right now getting a lot of elbows to the face. The Legend Killer, he's doing a great job, bro. The Legend Killer doing a great job taking the lead in this one and imposing as well.
Yeah, Legend Killer's doing really well. I'm sat here and I think who's getting the better off this, but I think Flecky's better on the feet, and I think Legend Killer's definitely better on the ground.
For sure, my man, for sure. He's looking really good on the ground right now. Really is imposing it as well. I'm impressed with this so far. He's had a couple of good denials off his working the ground and pound intelligently, not overcommitting to it and wasting his stamina. Back take denial once again. He's going to be feeling really confident with himself, and he's had almost 3 minutes on the ground so far and been looking really dominant. And that's one of those starts to a fight that is absolutely ideal, Pug, because if you're able to put your opponent down early, right, take away any kind of scope of them being able to get off some sort of damage or anything like that, it really is not only morally frustrating for your opponent, but can drain them and just really kind of set them on the wrong track for the course of the entire fight. But
yeah, it certainly can, yeah. Also, you get frustrated if you know you're the better striker and you're thinking, right, I could knock you out, and you're getting held there. You're like, you rush things, and that's when you can get caught.
No, for sure, man, for sure. And sometimes, I mean, as odd as it may sound, even the best.
I was going to say, I'd hate to fight someone like EK Jaker, who can hold you in side control and just sack you will.
Yeah, people like him, man, really great pattern recognition. It looks like Martinez is very much of the same ilk at the moment, though. His ability to read what his opponent is coming from him, he's
How force he's doing.
Yeah, he's honestly, he's doing that flying knee has been money for Flecky so far, right? It's been his biggest strike that's landed. A little bit of Durandamine right there, landing some shots after the bell, but that's a very good round for Martinez. Going to be feeling very confident. Just has to be mindful of those flying knees on the entries because Flecky has been landing them with pinpoint precision, brother.
Yeah, Martinez there with a great single leg ankle kick.
Nice, he gets the half guard using the up transition. Continues to try and go for that back. I mean, I don't know if that's just frustration setting in or if he maybe isn't as well versed on the ground as his opponent, but seems to be going for a lot of big transitions so far, and obviously the Legend Killer is all over them.
The thing is as well, he's not even trying to fake or throw strikes on the ground, you know, to build a grapple advantage. He's just moving, so which is obviously dangerous to an experienced grappler.
Yeah, for sure, man. Once again, excellent point there, Pug. For anybody that's not as familiar in these positions, you need to be very patient. You need to work that small GA advantages you can get via the, short bunny shots, as you will, doing these big transitions. And normally not going to pan out, but he gets one right there.
That was. Do you know what it is? I just think Martinez just didn't expect him to do it.
Yeah, sometimes when somebody's going for these big transitions, you start to go for a little bit of a free deny just because you expect, you think you know where they're going. Martinez now knowing that you cannot rely on, doing those kind of predictive movements, and I imagine he's going to be a lot more diligent going forward.
And that flying knee as well again there, Cyrus nearly landed. I'm sorry, is it Cyrus or Cyrus?
Cyrus, either way, brother, everybody says you're a little different. No, you're absolutely right, though. Those flying knees are absolutely money for him right now, but he's just not having any success landing anything in between that because Legend Killer has fantastic footwork. He's been utilising it really well so far, and obviously Flecky planting and throwing combinations, as you alluded to a little bit earlier. He's not really covering any distance with them, and as a result, it's just whipping too many shots, maybe wasting a little bit of that stamina. What a hook!
He took straight back down.
Yeah, that was one of those ones where one of them was definitely going to get put down, the flying knee or the hook. The hook lands first, and once again, the Legend Killer raining down ground and pound. This man is an absolute problem.
He's looking like the Xbox division is going to have to watch out.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. He's 1-1 at the moment. Last fight was a KO win v Little John. But he is looking really good. I'd be interested to know who beat this man because he's looking phenomenal this evening.
He is looking phenomenal, yeah. I'm reckoning these will be the VFL now does 2 divisions. So I want to know if he's in the Division A or B. I'm going to have a look.
He's going for the submission. Looks like the escape is on for his opponent. Even with the stamina deficit, these arm triangles are difficult to get. So, sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say that submission offense, he wasn't really trying to head his opponent off. You know, you've got to try and trap them, make them so it feels like they've got nowhere to go. I know it's.
Yeah, no.
People say there's no skill. People say there's no skill to them, but there definitely is a skill to them.
You are right, brother. You are right. I mean, look, there was a point in the game where the submissions were a lot broken. That's no longer really the case anymore. And as we see, I mean, it was a fairly easy escape for his opponent. And even though he may not be the most experienced on the ground, looks like he's got the submission defense on point, at least thus far. But that's not really helping him because his opponent is just so far ahead right now, stamina-wise, health-wise, landing these technical shots, continuing to circle out. I mean, Flecky, even though he's having all of this adversity, brother, he is going for some flashy kicks and flashy punches that are occasionally landing.
I was going to say, I've just checked as well, he's using Acrobat, so he'll have strong kicks. So, no wonder he's going for these flashy kicks.
Once again, though, finds himself put on his back.
Yeah, you don't want to be on the ground. I'm up there because Legend Killer is using the balanced versatile path, which has got some submission, so you've got to be careful there.
Nice work getting the road. Seems to be just such a massive advantage for him anytime it hits the mat. I mean, both guys having success on the feet, but the grappling from Martinez is definitely where he's excelling this evening. And honestly, I would imagine... Oh! The flying knee we saw earlier lands again!
He's doubling up on the flying knees just a bit too much now. Martinez is getting wise to them.
Yeah, no, for sure. They work when they're unexpected, but 3 in a row, probably your opponent's gonna be a little wise to them. The spin kick, he's throwing everything, including the kitchen sink at Martinez, trying to get something going, but that's all frustration if I'm seeing it right, because, I mean,
yeah,
his opponent has been really, really just all over everything this evening. Oh, and again! Wait, how is he landing all of these flying knees?
and it gets the overhand knockdown. Can he finish it?
Brother, no way! No way!
Oh, I did not expect that. Not in this world.
Top flight. My God. The adversity this man experienced through this entire fight. Literally, I'd love to see the stats. I don't think we're going to get to see them, but he must have spent about 10 minutes on the mat getting grounded out. Was really losing the striking exchanges for the majority of that round as well, Pug. So to come back with a finish like that, that is massive for him.
That is definitely massive. I wouldn't like to get on the wrong side of a flying knee like that, because he's just got Santi and shadow around.
Yeah, no, I mean, my God, I was not expecting that seriously. It just seemed like that was, a nice, clean win for his opponent, but he found a way, brother. He found a way. What a great job. Well, these early prelims there, Plug, taking us through. These have all been living up to the hype. We're going to be going straight on to an Xbox bout again. Up next, going to be having AJS Chip LUFC up against FOI Pax Molloway. Sorry, hard to say that one. Bit of a tongue tire, but I'm not as massively familiar with these guys. But you had mentioned to me earlier you are, Pug. What can you tell me about them?
Obviously, Chip LUFC has just joined the AJS Academy, so he had good fundamental striking before he joined us, so now we're starting to fine-tune his striking, make sure he doesn't whiff so much, making sure he lands on the block. So hopefully I'd like to see, hopefully his training comes into play and he runs through Hacks Molloway, but you can't count Hacks out because, well, he's just joined the camp as well. FOI, I don't know what camp that is, I just know it's a camp.
Yeah, well, they seem to be doing well. They're main eventing a little bit later on against BSD JT. Obviously, he's trying to get the first win for the FOI camp this evening. His opponent trying to do much the same for you boys in AJS. Looks like they're starting out relatively quickly, but a couple of missed shots that they have to be a little bit wary of going forward. If Molloway continues to miss those shots, I know that Chip is going to be ready to land bombs.
I was going to say that I know it's never an excuse because you do have to, obviously, everyone fights for a bad ping, but Hacks is known to have a connection of 500 ping when fighting, so...
Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah, that can definitely be problematic. I mean, right now I don't know if that's playing a factor with these guys. It seemed... Okay, there's a little bit of lag, but yeah, the problem is that it can be a little bit tough to tell what impacts that has on a fight, because even if the game isn't seizing up on you... Oh! Never mind!
But Hacks is coming forward well, Cyrus.
Yeah, he is landed some shots. I mean, knees to the body. His opponent needs to be wary of that block low and try to go, walk towards the Wizard side, but now escaping. Both guys relatively even in terms of stamina. Nice sidestep once again. I'd like to see him go to some strikes with his hands after some of those sidesteps. He's landed it twice, but just missing slightly on the opportunity to get some of those major counters off.
Yeah, it certainly is. I'd like to see him go straight punches and down the pipe rather than going with a kick after he whips that head kick.
Yeah, for sure. Six Sloth trying to be a little bit evasive, trying to snipe from the outside. AJS Chip, landing a nice knee, trying to go for that flying elbow.
That's one thing I've never been able to get killed with, is the flying elbow.
It's a tough one, man. The tracking on it seems to be a little bit booky. It kind of lands 50% of the time. Oh! Chip landing big shots. Wary of that flying knee, going for the elbow into the flying elbow. Interesting combination from Chip, the man trying to get unorthodox, letting it all hang out this evening.
Well, you did mention earlier on that obviously our camp is known for unorthodox striking. I think that just proves out your point.
Yeah, no, for sure, my man, for sure. He's coming out, like I said, the unorthodox doesn't mean that you don't have technicality. It just simply means that you're not throwing those combinations that you see out of, a lot of different, the meta combinations, right? You go for a lot of unorthodox kicks, and they can really, really catch you, catch you at high vulnerability because you're trying to counter some of these meta combinations. And next thing you know, you've got a spin kick to the face, and you're laying face down on the canvas, waking up with the lights above you.
I'd like to say it's the Tony Ferguson effect.
Could very well be. Nice knee to the body after that slip.
And a body rock.
Mallaway continues to go to that flying knee anytime he's rocked, having any big shots landing against him. I wonder if AJS Chip is going to try to address that, maybe get a slip off. Because those flying knees, you can't pull them without perfectly timing it, but slipping them is relatively easy and, can really, really set up some big power combinations.
Yeah, I was just going to say, though, if there is... Obviously, we might not see as much lag as what they do in the fight. If he feels that, he might feel uncomfortable trying to slip it, because obviously, if you time it wrong, you're killed.
Oh, you're absolutely right. That's an excellent point there, brother. Like I say, this fight, we don't see too much lag kind of being displayed through the actual gameplay itself. But nevertheless, I mean, like I say, sometimes it can have input delays, and it can really mess with your head movement or even just your ability to react and technically strike. So these guys look like they're not being, affected by it too much so far. But my God, I'm not. Those big combinations from Sloth. Sorry, not those big combinations. The big overhands from Sloth. He's gone to them a few times. I'd really like to see him set it up because he's just hitting air with them.
Oh, the Chip with a rock.
Oh my God! Getting flashy on it. Whoa!
Mallaway with a knockout.
That's the second time tonight we've seen something like that. Y'all want to see a dead body? Jesus, man. Sorry, Chip. You were doing a great job there, my man. 6 Sloth though, coming out, landing those big power shots. I mean, he literally got rocked, I think, 3 times going into that knockout. Finds the uppercut and did a great job doing so. My God.
Unfortunately, he was doing what we taught him to do, got to the body, and unfortunately that was his downfall.
that thing, these things can happen, man. That's the... it has massive dividends, can catch your opponent off guard, but sometimes those big uppercuts, those flying knees, they can send you to a certain circle of hell that, is not nice to be in, my man. Not nice to be in at all, but...
Yeah.
Once again, that was one hell of a way to end out the early prelims. These guys all living up to the hype so far. Taking us into the next one's going to be on our prelims. It's going to be PlayStation side, 3 rounds. Presets are unknown in this one. Going to be MG up against Raheem Anderson. Interesting to see how they go. Looks like he's starting out quickly with a nice spin kick. Obviously, we're a little bit unaware of their picks right now. I know you're a little bit more familiar models, so I wonder if that's something that you'll be able to determine as they throw these strikes. One knee though, flying knees really are the really seem to be the recipe for success this evening. They've had so much success.
They certainly do. Do you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. I use Vanguard and Vanguard only. I only really know that.
All right, okay, not a problem there, brother. Not a problem. These guys going really, really quick. There looks like a takedown attempt from Boss Frank, and he gets it. Good work from him now in half guard. See what work he's able to do. Looks like he's stabilizing out, trying to get a base and hold his opponent down here, ensuring that he goes position over submission. Intelligent move from this man, mixing it up nice and early there.
Yeah, I love technical ground and pound. You just can't get any better than it. I don't like laying prey. I'd rather someone posture up and land the ground and pound.
Yeah, no, for sure, man, for sure. You've got to, it's a very, very fine balancing act, right? You've got to be causing damage. You've got to be making sure that you're causing an impression in the eyes of the fans and the judges. But nevertheless, you don't want to give up those positions either, right? So just finding that balancing act, you did a good job over the opening 2 minutes. Now trying to get back to those hands. Definitely has to be careful of those spinning elbows, though. As a man that's been knocked out by them literally thousands of times, they can send you to hell on a real quick one. So both guys have to What has the spinning elbow, man? I don't often see it out of calf, so I got to imagine this is probably a versatile pick. Or Vanguard's got that. Vanguard's got the spinning elbow.
Vanguard has not. So I'm thinking it's gotta be a kickboxer, hasn't it? It's gotta be either acrobat or sniper, maybe.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think these are probably both acrobat calves. They seem to be mirroring each other in terms of techniques that they have at their disposals. Both guys very, very wearisome of those body shots now. Maybe going to be setting up some big power shots to the head as we see a pull counter attempt. Nice front kick from Castle. Oh!
Oh! Boss Frankie Slaps is doing well.
Yeah, man, he is all about business this evening, trying to put his opponents, back on the canvas, trying to punch his face through the canvas, and doing a good job so far, man. There's a lot of damage being put opening 5 minutes of this first round, and he's going to be feeling very, very confident going into that second one.
Oh yeah, definitely he's going to. Once you get a knockdown and you've held your opponent down for a couple of minutes on the ground, you feel confident. You know you've won the round.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. And a lot of the time when you get back up, it makes your opponent start to get a lot more busy with their hands, and that can often set up the counter shots. But a front kick to the back of the dome. That shit's illegal, my man.
I was just going to say, was that on the bell or did that count or not?
Oh, even if it lands on the buzzer, it goes to the next round. I don't know if it lands after the buzzer. But yeah, shades of Duran Duran in that one. But to be perfectly honest with you, that's an illegal shot, my man. Kicked him in the back of the head.
Yeah. I was just going to say, when you mentioned getting knocked out by spinning elbows, I think I'm one of them culprits who caught you on ranked by doing one.
I wouldn't be surprised, my man. Too many times does that happen. You get a little bit of success. My man spins like a Beyblade, takes your chin off at a moment's notice, and it's definitely a worrisome thing, especially when somebody's mixing them in behind the rest of their strikes, like both of these guys are doing here.
Yeah.
They're not spamming them, they're timing them well, trying to catch their opponent as they open up, and that's the perfect time to do so.
Yeah, and I was going to say the thing with the spinning elbow as well is you can actually combo the normal elbow off them.
Yeah.
So a lot of people try and pull the normal, like the spinning one, and then forget about the normal, and as they come forward, that second elbow hits.
Doing a good job so far. I mean, both guys having moments of success, but I have to say Boss Frank Slaps is looking very, very good.
Oh, but he gets stopped on the takedown by MG.
Those little things right there, they play such a big fact. I mean, oh,
but MG again.
I was gonna say, just like one-time takedown defense put him ahead in terms of stamina. He gets a rock, opens up, and now he's back. But the damage is all landing on Anderson, and if he's not able to start to change the tides, get a little bit evasive, maybe get this fight to the ground that he's trying right now, it's going to be problematic. But
lovely. I was going to say that was a lovely switch of the game plan from Raheem Anderson. Yeah,
now once again finding himself in this half-guard position, able to get that transition to going over into a more dominant one, getting now hard one to get out of if your opponent's able to the transitions, which he was able to there. And we see them back on their feet. And you know me, bro. I don't mind any part of this game, but I'm kind of all about that striking. That beautiful destruction is what we like to see.
I was going to say I've seen your striking, especially with Cub Swanson.
Yeah, Cub Swanson's the man. Beautiful destruction. Bloody hell, spinning elbow. I mean, that one clipped him as he was going for a high vulnerability strike. So surprised he didn't get a rock out of it, but.
Or even a flash KO, because you've got to be careful. I've been flashed plenty of times doing stuff like that.
For sure. Oh, and again the spin. Oh! Question mark to follow it, trying to get a little bit unorthodox. There's the flying elbow, lands on brother! KO of the night, it's gotta be, brother. There's lots of fights to go, but the flying elbow, that's so rare that to land it perfectly, his opponent's back was up against the cage, no space to move, could not pull, could not counter, eats it on the chin, and he's out.
Yeah, you can't get better than that.
Man, it looked like he dropped his block just at the moment of impact as well. Gotta be frustrating. Beautiful work from MG, though. Going to be feeling really good on that one.
Oh, you've got to be buzzing when you get a knockout like that.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. definitely one to watch. Once again, I mean, this, so far tonight, mate, I think this is just the night of comebacks. Everybody that seems to be winning the fight.
Hey, yeah, I believe, I'm going to agree with you there. I think it is.
Yes, bro, the night of the comebacks. Once again, we've got a PlayStation bout up next there, brother. OC up against Dunning. Virtuoso up against Showboat. What can you tell me about these guys there, bud?
I was going to say, I have not seen these guys before. So, it's 2 new player showcases for me.
Nice, okay. Looking at some of this, I'm looking at some of their, some of the pre-match reports that were given to us by Boss Ross. It looks like they're both 1-0. Back to one of those, somebody's O has to go. That's an interesting calf out of him right there. Green hair, all of the war paint across his face, looking to strike fear in his opponent's heart, but tattoos don't win you fights, and he's got to have the skills to back it up.
I was going to say, he gives me the... You ever seen the WWE, the Boogeyman? It gives me that vibe.
Yeah. These are interesting calves, man.
Yeah, we've got, like, OG or OC, is it? He looks so heavy set calf.
He does. He's a thick old lad. He's heavy set for sure, trying to land some bombs, and that's why he's a heavy set lad. Oh my god, that's it! That was it!
No, he survives!
Oh my god, he's not out of the woods yet, though. His back's up against the cage. Opponent taking a moment to regain his stamina. I'm sure he's going to be looking to land some of those big shots again. I mean, the shoulders on this man shows you that he's got powers. Wide-framed is an understatement, and able to generate a lot of power in those short hands of his.
Yeah. Duncan has got to be careful because he's using them block-breaking jabs, and he's just letting them. You've got to slip 1 or 2. Throw that straight down the middle.
It's kind of like the ground and pound, right? The straight shots break your block, and then the rounded shots obviously stop you evading them. In the striking realm, though, the jab is a really good rangefinder, but if you're all going down the barrel, your opponent can come around the side and land some bigger shots. Nice counter from Dun King there, though.
Oh, he knocked him down as well.
I know these guys are going for flashy kicks. I want to see them be a little bit more composed when they get these rocks, trying to work down their opponents, because they're all going for these big flashy KOs. It's lovely when you get them, but it can really throw away an opportunity to close out the show earlier on, if your opponent's able to weather that storm.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to see more technical boxing. Like slip in and moving your head, make your opponent miss. But you can't do that.
He is landing so many power shots right now. His opponent's backed up against the cage. The head health and the block is blinking. Not going to...
This is EK Bang Bang-esque, in my opinion.
He's taken maybe a couple of back steps, but yeah, no, you're absolutely right, brother. Form.
I've not seen him take many. If he pushed forward a bit more, I think we could end it.
Oh my god. The straight on the button continues to land absolute devastating power. Gonna have to see if he's able to time some. Continues to kicks in the pocket, which are really going to be problematic against such a heavy head.
Yeah.
Oh!
Are we going to see another comeback?
Brother, at this stage I would not be surprised.
He's lost a lot of stamina as well, and this is just the first round. Oh!
Switch to the body again, trying to attack that base. The opponent still hurting, trying to fire back some shots to get some respect, but my god, what a way to end out that first round. These guys throw.
Yeah, they were throwing everything but the kitchen sink.
My god, that man's got power in those hands. You can see it immediately, bouncing his opponent's head back over and over again. Obviously, Dun King having moments of success, but seems to be letting his opponent take the lead in this fight so far, and that can be a little bit problematic, especially when you've had so much damage put on you. Obviously, if Chin is going to be a little bit compromised coming into the second round, although his stamina is actually looking phenomenal.
Yeah, his stamina's looking so good right now. But you're not gotta whiff them body kicks, because it takes one, doesn't it, for him to just throw that hook over the top and you've gone.
continues to go back to this jab, continues to circle. Well, let's have a little look back at the scouting reports. We've got a Virtuoso from OC, and we've got a Showboat from Dudding. So that's actually surprising. Is that a balanced Virtuoso? Virtuoso's balanced.
Virtuoso's balanced, yeah. I honestly, the way the power he was going, I thought he was a powerhouse boxer.
Yeah, I know, especially with the frame, right? You thought that would be the case, but landing these bombs, this is it. That's it. That man, what a phenomenal performance. 2-0 he moves on to. Landing power hands from the get-go there, Pug. Looking very good doing so. Got to be feeling happy about that performance.
I was going to say, do we dare say that's performance of the night?
It could be so far. I think he's the first guy that's come out. Looked great from the very, very first second until the last. The first guy that's been able to continue that momentum throughout the entirety of the fight. So I think you're right, brother. That's probably performance of the night so far. But we have a lot of top quality fights to come. So these guys are all going to be biting at the bit to get their names and get that performance award. Try to get their names out there a little bit more, of course.
I was going to say, I think my teammates. No.
You could very well be right. It's an Xbox bout up next. We've got Optimus Jojo against Margin.
No, it's the fight after this one.
Okay, yeah, the Margin, Margin Bukaki. What a name, brother. Yeah, so these guys are going to be throwing down. It looks like we're going to be having a 2-0 up against an 0-0. So these guys, one of these gentlemen, the Margin Bukaki, making his debut with his showboating calf. Going to have to see if his opponent's going to be able to move to a 3-0 record. His last victory coming via knockout up against AJS Rasputin. So yeah, he's going to be obviously on a bit of a at the moment. He's going to be feeling himself.
Yeah, I was going to say I've fought both of these before. So Optimum Jojo's got good striking, but he definitely lacks that ground game. And Bukaki, or however you pronounce it, he definitely has the ground advantage in my opinion. So let's see how this fight pans out.
Sure, bro, for sure. Bukaki, it's I mean, it's a bit of an X-rated name. I'm surprised he's. Nah, he's doing great.
Yeah, now I've just realised he's typed it in as well. I'm actually surprised he has allowed that.
He's broke the system, my man. Got the pink hair, landing some kicks early. Optimus trying to land some of his own. Both guys taking a fairly technical approach, trying to fire from the outside, but Bukaki taking this man down.
This is where I thought he would have the advantage, and he's proven my analysis right.
Yeah, especially with the calf picks, right? You're when you're going up against an opponent who's using, a calf like he is. In fact, sorry, I think I've got that the wrong way around. I believe Optimus Jojo is using Shark and Margin's using the is using the Showboat. So interesting to see him go for the takedown.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, that is very, very strange in my opinion, because it's normally the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu calves trying to push the fight down to the ground.
Yeah, well, we mentioned it a little bit earlier on there, though. Sometimes you see your opponent pick a particular, model of calf, and you might just think, well, maybe they're picking that because they're not too comfortable on the ground, and that's their, deterrent, is picking a calf that is really good at submissions, right? So maybe he's looking to implement that now. Trying to test him on the ground. It's a dangerous approach, but obviously feels very, very confident in his ground abilities as he gets that denial, riding it across into sprawl. 2 minutes left on the clock, Pug. Lots and lots of time to work.
Oh, definitely lots of time to work, and you've just got to be careful. And also, I was going to say, picking a calf build of like acrobat or striker is not necessarily going to get beat on the ground, because unfortunately I lost my VFL belt to BSC Jax in here, and he was using a powerhouse, and I took him down. So it works both ways.
Yeah, no. Big shot though from the Showboater. Now getting his opponent backed up against the cage, not able to continue that pressure. Lovely footwork from Optimus, but not lasting too long as he gets sat down once again.
The only thing I wish we could see is Optimus Jojo's head health and stats.
Yeah, it can be. Oh, the spin into the lead elbow.
An elbow.
Yeah, you called it a little bit earlier on, that elbow at the end. Now the shot gets him down. He's going to be in deep waters with this one shot. Oh, sorry, 30 seconds left on the clock. Relatively safe, but great round from Bukaki.
I was going to say, if he managed to lock in the submission, won't be in real time. Clock 30 seconds can be enough.
Oh, that's a good point, bro. That's a good point, yeah. There's normally 42 seconds on accelerated, so that works out to being about 33 seconds, I believe. 33, 35 seconds that you would need in order to get that done. But no, you're absolutely right. It's all different when you're playing on that real-time clock, man. It really, really is.
It certainly is. A lot of people, when they come off like from the affiliated leagues and that, they come into these cafes, they forget that clock does tick down a lot slower.
Yeah, I mean, back in UFC 3, real-time clock used to be my main play for sure. Just on that basis that I find that a lot of the time you have to approach it a lot more technically due to the fact that you have a lot more time to work and obviously a lot more time to bust your cardio, right? And I don't know about you, brother. If you've ever trained, right, you go to the gym, you start punching on a bag, you just empty everything you've got within 30 seconds. You're kind of fucked. So it's all about pacing yourself and finding the opportunities to technically pressure your opponent, as we're seeing Franklin trying to do in the start of the second round.
Yeah, I've noticed as well a lot of fighters who train on real-time clock, they do a lot better when they go over to accelerated clock because they know how to pace themselves that much better and fight more technical.
For sure, and you know, a lot of the time taking your time, fights, taking a moment to adjust and read what your opponent's doing, which is what real clock really encourages you to do, allows you to just become a much better and well-rounded player because you're not having to worry about your stamina when you go into normal ranked situations or other competitive sides, right? Due to the accelerated clock, you can start to let things go a little bit more loosely because you're so confident that you are able to maintain your cardio over a full 15 minutes. So those 12-13 minutes, not really a problem.
Yeah. Oh, lovely leg rock. That leg looks like it's busted.
Yeah, no, it really is. That left leg of Optimus having all sorts of troubles. It looks like to be the same for the left leg of Bukaki as well, though. Doesn't seem to be going back to it. Nice takedown from Optimus. This time, 2 minutes 45 on the clock. Apologies. Plenty of time for him to get something going, but not able to hold the position, Pug.
But I was going to say, you can't sleep even in this position because you have got the leg lock, if I believe.
To be correct, the R and C is now going to be available. Does decide not to go for it. Looks like he wants that ground and pound opportunity, transitioning over into top mount. Now the posture up and the ground and pound raining down.
This is what we like to see. But that is very, very unwise from a striker, especially with Law. Oh, I thought he was locking that in.
Yeah, he went for it doubled up. These are good shots, but the cardio's not there. You see both guys now digging really, really deep at this point in the fight. Beautiful reversal from Optimus, and he was out of stamina on that one as well, so I'm very surprised he got it, but...
lovely denial as well.
You've got to remember, Optimus is the shark calf down here, so I believe, obviously, he has very, very high submission defense, great top control, and obviously some sneaky submissions of his own. Not able to implement them so far, though. 50 seconds left on this first round, back on the feet, trying to land these beautiful, big, heavy shots on each other. Oh, just like that!
I was going to say, were you right in your analysis? Did Optimus kick the shark because he was uncomfortable and a rage quit?
Yeah, he got messed up on a dime right there, brother. That was a don't blink one. The spin kick to the head, sat him down, the ground and pound to follow up. So sometimes you zig when you should zag, and you can get sent to hell with them. But that takes us on to the next pub there, pub, which is going to be obviously with your campaign, AJS goes up against Little John.
I just learned that Little John is just done easy work.
Oh, hell yeah!
Versus easy.
Now this is an interesting one. I rate both these camps very, very highly. We've seen them obviously through I've seen them, I should say, through Primetime and a number of affiliate links like obviously VFL in the past, and they always come up and deliver each and every time. Beautiful striking from both guys, well rounded. Easy obviously have the they're really, really known as a striking camp predominantly. That's how we know them. I believe you guys at AJS a little bit more all-rounded. You try to go for a little bit of grappling, a little bit of striking, and we'll have to see if that's the determining factor in this one.
I was going to say we like to pick up a few high-class grapplers, so you've got it there if you come up against the likes of PK and T4H.
Yeah, for sure. You've got to be well-rounded. You've got to have as many tools in your arsenal as you can. You know, everybody loves to strike and get that beautiful knockout, but making your opponent physically tap is just as satisfying.
I was going to say, with Brandon Montoya or his AJ's first, he's got silky boxing on the inside. You've got to be careful. Because he does the side step so well.
Oh, there it is!
Like that.
Yeah, he ate one at the beginning of the fight, but now landing beautiful power shots to the head of Little John. He has to get something going, trying to get some separation. Definitely seems to be a little bit more kicker, does Little John. But once again, the head kick lands from Ghost. That sidestep is smooth, brother. It's very smooth.
I was going to say he catches me with it the whole time, so he's well versed in this striking, especially in the pocket.
He keeps his hands down a lot and there's a lot of shots, so it's nice to have those side steps and the head movement, but definitely has to be careful because his opponent has found an opportunity to land some power shots right on the chin due to the hands being left down.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand it though, right? When you've got your hands down, it allows you to counter more quickly, and you know those can often be the ones that send your opponent into the nether realm. So once again, I understand it, but got to be careful against a dangerous opponent like Little John.
Yeah.
Oh!
But sitting down, is this going to be it?
Now, just as a little bit of a note, versatile calf is Little John using as he gets that reversal. Looks like we have a showboat calf out of AJS Ghost. Doesn't seem to be hindering them though as he gets the reversal.
Little John is out of stamina.
Out of stamina submission.
I was going to say you had no chance of locking that in. There's no point going for it.
Nice denial. Posture over, slices over into half guard. Now the mount is a stamina, still trying to recover. Going to be opportunities to rain down some ground and pound should he decide to posture up, which he does. That's
and he goes back into full mount.
Yeah, that's an intelligent move there, Pug. Using the postured up, using your opponent's stamina deficit to your advantage.
Lovely denial.
This is dangerous.
On the ground.
It looks like Little John, right? He's been in these positions before. He's very, very well versed in moving his head at the right times on the ground and pound, but having all sorts of problem in terms of cardio on the mat.
I was going to say with him being an easy, there might be a strike in camp, but you know fine well they do get took down, so they've got to have that ground and pound defence there.
Yeah, for sure. Nice head movement from AJS Ghost, using a lot of stamina trying to get these power shots off, though. Gonna have to see how he recovers in between rounds should we make it there.
I think the Acrobat has a better stamina recovery than the Versatile. But I could be wrong in that regard.
It could well be right. I'm not the stats guy, unfortunately, so I will delegate to you on that one, brother. We'll recover his opponent's stamina in between rounds, so obviously we're not going to see how it stacks up, but he did use a lot of of his gas tank in order to get some of that damage he was able to get off in the first 5 minutes. But going into the second round, he's going to have to make that and look for a finish, because over the course of that fight, the stamina is only going to continue to become a little bit worse and a little bit more a little bit more of a deficit.
I'd like to see where Little John's stamina is at. Obviously, he did use it all in that first round, and he's been knocked down a couple of times, so which obviously takes big chunks off his stamina.
It looks like he may be super gassed, but he lands a hit.
If he gets this is a comeback again.
Nice defense from AJS Ghost, going for the armbar. Opponent's stamina not fully drained at this stage, but still in a pretty good position to get it. He's tracking relatively well. Has to be careful of the slam right here. Oh my god!
Denied the slam. I think this could be a submission win, Lily.
It very well could be. He was cracked out on that. Fair play to that man. Oh no! He's got it. Already clapping from the man. Already clapping from him. What a finish by him. Getting the submission as a showboat calf up against the Versatile. That's very, very impressive after a good round of striking as well. He was looking good on the feet also.
I told you, you've got to watch out for them side steps in the pocket, because they're so sneaky. You think, right, I've hit him already. They're out of range in the count.
Well, I'm sure you're proud of your man right there. AJS Ghost picking up a big W for the AJS camp and looking great doing so. I mean, getting put down with that head kick to find the armbar shortly afterwards. Beautiful, beautiful composure from Ghost and shows that he's a very, very experienced player on the game.
He certainly is, and he's another bit of VFL trivia. AJ's Ghost has been on every single VFL card. He's not missed a single one.
My God, man is active and obviously putting in that work pays off as we saw this evening. You know, he's very, very comfortable under the lights now and was able to get off some great work. So interesting to see where he goes from there now, 7 and 10 and you know, picking up a good win over Little John. So that's a great one, brother. That's a really, really good one to close out the prelims, of course, taking us now onto the main card. PlayStation's up first. Tinky Balboa is going to be up against, is it Thunder Up? Am I saying that right? I think it's Thunder Up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thunder Up.
I was going to say, I'm just going to say I'm getting used to this new graphic. Trying to find out where we were.
I have to say the VFL, AJS Boss Ross done a fantastic job on your guys' shows. They're looking very, very silky smooth, loving all of the graphics, my man.
I was going to say, I think we've been going left to right, so it might be BSC, Mike Tran, or Mike Train as you call him, against AJ Rara.
We could be. I'm looking at the presets here. The scouting report is suggesting that it's Tinky Balboa up against Thunder up next. Then moving on to the BSD Mike Tran and Rara fight shortly afterwards. Looks like we're about to find out. Of course, these guys coming into this fight both on relatively winning records, 1-1, 4-2. Thunder up on the 4-2 record. Obviously, a little bit more of a well-known talent in the promotion. I imagine you've seen this guy put on a couple of shows so far. But what can you tell me about them? Are you familiar with them, folks?
I'm not totally familiar about them, but I have seen past events and they have been impressed me with the striking they do have. I'm more of a striking guy. I love clean, crispy boxing, and it's just so good to watch. So I'm hoping we get it here.
Look, as we see that next up, 3 rounds, Tinky Balboa vs Thunder on this beautiful graphic we see ahead of.
I was going to say that graphic is just like so good.
It really is. We see a couple of books who are going to have TMF Crypto, AJS Walker a little bit later on. We missed one. Obviously going to be having Mike Tran M-Tran up against Rara as well. This is honestly a stacked card, my man. Pleasure to be calling these fights with you. Cannot wait to get into this next one. We see a little bit of information about Tinky Balboa.
So his last win was against Purple Earth.
We saw compete earlier on as well. He got a big W earlier on this evening. That's a big difference for him. Obviously, now Thunder Up win first round up against Ray Lamas. Gotham is Ashes, submission, KO. This man's got a nice variation of KO and submissions. Only really seems to lose by knockout, so maybe he has to just be wary of keeping those hands up going into this bout. But this is a fun matchup to start out this main card, brother.
I'm just a bit overwhelmed by how good these graphics are.
No, Boss Ross stepping up levels, my man, doing a great job. Us off. Starting us out now, we're seeing Balboa and Thunder Up, of course.
Oh, no touch in the gloves, straight into that lead body side kick.
He said something about his mama. He's all about business, bro. He said, "What do you say about my mama?" Michael Chiesa coming out here trying to throw some bombs.
Oh, let's see how Thunder Up deals with this. It's a sign of disrespect, isn't it, getting kicked when you go and try and touch gloves? So will that play? Will that play in his head? You know what I mean? Will it? When he sit there and think, well, I'll come out aggressive and show him he should put respect on my name. Yeah,
I mean, if somebody, quite honestly, mate, I used to be the guy that touches everybody's glove, right? I always used to come out with everybody's glove. I've recently stopped though. I have to say, when your opponent doesn't touch your glove, sometimes that can get in your head, bro. Because you get angry about it. You're like, what? Didn't touch my glove? Fuck you, bro. I'm coming at you hard. And
See, the thing is now, if it's a league fight, prime time or whatever, I always go out and touch the glove, because normally everyone has respect in leagues. So
yeah, no, for sure. You know, it's good to be respectful for sure, especially if you know the guy. But you know, he's all about business here. This obviously taking this very, very seriously and trying to advance up the VFL rankings. Look like they're taking a very measured to start us out this nice to see. They're very wary that this is a full 15 minutes and, utilizing the full array of skills, techniques, and patience so far over the opening 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm liking what the Thunder Up is doing. He's like trying to make him come into him, because Tink is actually getting the best. Tink Balboa is getting the best of him.
Yeah, no, he is, and he's now obviously found himself in this top control position. I have to say that obviously between these two guys, they seem to be fairly well versed already, and I'm mainly I'm loving the composure. We've seen all of the early prelims coming out. They were starting out very, very quickly, understandably so, trying to get exciting fights and get those finishes quickly. Yeah. But right now we're seeing a really, really calculated approach from both guys. I'll be really upfront with you though. Thunder Up a couple of minutes ago on that takedown went for a jumping knee or jumping front kick that should have knocked his opponent out. So I wonder if he's going to try and time that again, because he almost cleaned him out, fully on that takedown.
I was just going to go back to the prelims, obviously starting out quick. Obviously a lot of them do it because they think, well, if I can get them fights and get into the main card, prove myself, hopefully get a shot with the champ. Everyone wants to win a belt.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure. And sometimes it's just about the opponent. If you know your opponent, maybe defense, offensive, it's all the more reason to continue to. These guys looking very technical so far. Looks like Doug Boy is having some issues in terms of the cardio. Obviously, we've got Balboa doing a great job of staying composed on top. Looks like he was very, very comfortable in the top control positions.
We're getting to see fight starts.
Love to see it.
Definitely won that.
Yeah. Tink doing a great job, man. He approached this incredibly technically. His opponent was obviously trying to reciprocate that, but just slightly behind on the exchanges. He's going to have to make some adjustments, and quite honestly, I'd be lying if I didn't say I'd like to see him maybe try and enter a clinch and make this fight a little bit dirty, because so far it's been so technical that if you're losing a technical fight, then you need to make the fight dirty. That's the way it is. You
definitely do. Take a leaf out of Dirty Dave's book and just mix in that wrestling.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I don't know if you catch up with BYM, the Michael Bisping podcast. He recently said himself, but you're up against a technical fighter, then you brawl. You're up against a brawler, then you technically fight, and that's how you counter each other. So he definitely needs to start that pressure, maybe even go for a takedown of his own, because Balboa seems way too composed right now.
I've noticed as well, just obviously, I wouldn't say I'm the best UFC player, but I'm consistently top 150 to 100. So I at least have some skills on the game. But if you threaten with the takedown, a lot of people, if they're not very good there, they panic and they'll just keep their hands down, which is a free punch to the face.
Yeah, for sure. And now, obviously, these days you can no longer feint the double leg, but you can feint that single leg, and it can really, really cause opponents some problems. I recently came up against Caliber, showed me some beautiful combinations with it, going jab straight, single leg feint into a straight, and it was catching me, brother, catching me. So you're absolutely right. The mix-ups are definitely needed. These guys, though, honestly, so far, really, really, really impressed by them. I think they're doing a great job of technically approaching the fight. Nice spin kick from Big Doug Boy. I was going to go to Big Boy.
Well, I don't know. You might enjoy you calling him Big Boy.
He's doing a good job, man. He's taking the center. This round is definitely a lot better for Doug. Those leg kick setups, the straight shots he's doing are all really starting to add up.
I've seen a lot of people be a slow starter in league fights, and come the second round, they've downloaded the opponent's patterns, they've got the reads, and that's when they start going to work.
Yeah, take that Lomachenko, that Mayweather approach, right? Take that first round off, get your reads, get your adjustments, and then send your opponent to hell with some brutal combinations, get a little bit loose on them and start to land on the button, and it really, really knocks their confidence, because they come out and they think, oh, I'm having so much success in this first round, he's not doing anything, and then he lights you up real quick. But that doesn't look to be the case from Balboa, because his composure is really, really excelling this evening. I think that's the word. That's the key to his success. Is he just seems so composed, seems to be in control of all of his transitions, all of his inputs that he's doing for the striking. Doesn't seem to be making really any mistakes at all, and it's playing out really, really well for him over the course of these first 10 minutes.
I'd like to see Balboa at least go for some ground and pound. So obviously Doughboy is just sat there when he's postured up.
Yeah,
at least
right.
throw a couple of straight shots, one or two, or maybe a couple of hooks, make him move his head. So
that was beautiful right there.
oh, lovely
that
check.
Yeah. Now, just a little bit of a callback for anybody that doesn't know. On ground and pound positions, the hand on the head is not the hand you should be punching with, just due to the fact that it gives your opponent a free posture up. Obviously, Doug Boy taking that opportunity to get separated, but be very, very mindful of that going forward.
That is 2 rounds to Tinky Balboa, in my opinion, with that leg health event.
Yeah,
I'm going to say that it's 2 rounds up.
It's all about the damage, brother.
He definitely needs a finish if he wants to win this fight.
Yeah, and it's interesting. He's got the check. Obviously, his leg health is worse than Tink's at the moment, but Tink is not looking exactly fresh on that leg either. I'd be interested. Going to, recognize that, start to chop at that leg a little bit more, but it looks like Balboa's all over it. You see him fluttering that low defense.
Yeah. I was going to say, if Balboa wants to start doing them leg kicks again, change to southpaw so he can do it with the other leg.
I keep thinking his opponent is. I keep thinking Thunder is GSP. Every time I look at him, just casually for a second.
Do you know what? He does have that GSP vibe. I will agree with you there.
We'll see if he looks to utilize that rush or whether or not he's going for maybe a takedown to mix up. We've got 3 minutes 40 in this third and final round. Tink probably up on this one. Doug Boy definitely needs to get some big power shots off if he's going to change the tide and walk away with the W, but so far so good for Rocky Balboa.
Oh, sorry about that. I shouldn't really be played 5-side before doing com. Now I'm feeling it. But yeah, he's Doughboy's definitely trying to time that trade kick as he's going in for that takedown.
2 minutes 45 on the clock. Still, both guys looking for an opportunity to get that finish. Trying to poke forward his Tink. Nice sidestep. Once again, a lot of straight shots. One perfectly timed straight will change that approach very, very quickly.
Oh, but Doughboy, I think he's feeling it now. I think he's like, right, I've got to step on the gas here or I'm losing.
Front kick was very nice for him. Goes for the spin, but now his stamina's low. God, man, I really would like to see some of those slips. There's so many straight shots right now that it's just such a big counter waiting for one guy to capitalize on.
It definitely is that slip hook. I know everyone, it was frowned upon in the early stages of the game because of the tracking, but just do it. Just throw that hook over the top.
Yeah, to be honest with you, slip hook, slip elbow, slip straight. They're all going to have devastating effects on your opponent due to the high vulnerability that they'll have throwing those straight shots at thin air. But so far, honestly, Tink, am I right in saying this man's got a black belt wrapped around his head?
Do you know what? I was just thinking that. I think he's got it tattooed on his head, yeah.
Looking at the back of it, I genuinely think he's put a black belt on his skull. This man's obviously committed to that jits life and doing a great job of slicing across.
I think he's right with a ninja look.
Yeah, he could be, brother. I'm actually going to send him a message. I think he's genuinely gone belt around his skull.
Yeah.
Oh, nice reversal. Only 5 seconds left on the clock. Not enough time for him to get the finish. Balboa likely walking away with the W in that one and having a really clean close.
This is our first decision of the night.
It is, brother, it is. And no, not through lack of trying. Both guys took a technical. Ultimately, Balboa was just the cleaner of the two this evening, or so by my judges. We'll have to see how it goes, of course.
I was going to say, if Balboa's lost, it's judging again. But no, there he is, getting his hand raised.
Yeah, the judges came through with the correct decision this evening. This, though, moves us on to a fight that I know something about, my man. TMF Crypto, obviously my co-owner over at Primetime, the absolute phenomenon using calves. I mean, I come up against his calves, I'm problematic. I see him there with a big grin on his face as we see in the picture. But he's coming up against a dangerous opponent and one of your boys in AJS Walker, TMF the AJS. Tell me a little bit about Walker. What do you see from him? Kind of back wound kind of holding.
The thing is, Walker is very, very good with his feints. He will fake that lead leg kick into that rear head kick. Oh no, we got it wrong. It is BSD M Tran. versus AGS, Rara Rasputin.
My apologies, yeah, it looks like they skipped past that one. I do apologize. Now, going into this BSD Mike Tran, or M-Tran, Mike Tran as trainers I like to call him, all above the high train. This man is dangerous in all regards, excellent groundwork, excellent striking. Got a tough and, veteran up against him though, AJS, Rara, obviously part of your camp over there. He is a well experienced opponent, has ups and downs across multiple affiliate leagues, but always there to throw hands, brother. Always goes and
I was going to say, as you've commented in the past on his primetime fights, he's definitely improving since joining us. So BSD Mike Tran, not taking lightly.
Yeah, he's a type of guy, man. That Rara, I say it all the time. He goes to the mountains, he comes back healthy each and every time. Anytime he loses, he'll take a little tiny bit of time away, and we see ripples adjusting in his game on whatever it was before. Right now, one of the main things has been his outside striking. His grappling has got really, really good over recent months. He seems to be doing a lot better with his striking, though. You guys definitely been working on that. That's a big shot from Mike Tran, though, attacking the body early.
As soon as he joined the camp, I got him into that striking training. He didn't like it at first because I went hard.
Yeah, you got to, bro. You got to. Sometimes you got to push yourself in order to really make the developments needed. Iron sharpens iron at the end of the day, right? You can't be fighting people that you're better than all the time and expect to make improvements. But we see Rara going for the submission, and he's shown himself to be very dangerous on the ground. This first one's normally it's normally a reading, though. Obviously, you're the sub man, right? Hold submissions in VFL, you know the score, brother. That first one's often just to see where your opponent's going to go with it, how they react to a pressure situation.
I take 2 or 3 submissions to learn exactly where the opponent's going to go. But you might get lucky in the first one and just think, right, yeah, you were terrible with this sub D.
Funnily enough, man, OWC, since it's Game Pass, it's been funny to see some of the guys come on there to defend it, and you can literally just leave your stick still and they'll just
double KO.
Mike Tran's chin standing up to it, though not for long, as Rara slips it to the back. Once again, that's showing the composure of Rara. He's been there, done it all, got the t-shirt, knew that he was in a tough situation, got the slip, and now raining down ground and pound of his own straight on the chin of Tran.
There he is, the flying unicorn.
Loving the pink gloves.
He has got a unicorn on his shorts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The pink gloves to go with it. Trying to demoralize his opponent with, some majestic colours wrapping on his shorts.
And he's going back to the arm triangle, and Tran's got low stand there.
Yeah, this time's a lot more of a dangerous one. It looks like Tran is doing a good job of defending it. Coming from the body snatches to B, those guys are incredibly well versed. He has some excellent training partners.
Yeah, I was going to say he'd be training these subs with the likes of Fudgy, so...
Yeah, exactly, man. All those guys over there, I'd like to say they're more predominantly strikers, but they definitely have the groundwork to go with it. And he needs that this evening because Rara is looking to be a problem down here. He's had a lot of success in the round so far.
Yeah, he is.
I wonder if we get to see the stats again after this one. I know they're going to be tough for a walk. Can't quite report what it was. It's hard to...
It was Mike Tran who got the lock.
Both of them did. Knockdown against the stun.
Rara landed more strikes and more... why do I keep getting the word? Significant strikes. He landed more significant strikes and more total strikes and that top control. I think that's his round.
It could well be. You never know, though. The judges sometimes, really, really do favour the damage. So he got more top control, more significant strikes, but the knockdown is a big thing in the eyes of the judges. Very, very hard to call. So both guys can definitely not.
I was just thinking the stun might have equalled that out.
Yeah, I think they do go more towards the knockdowns over stuns, but you are right. I mean, the stun could have equalised the outlet control. Really could have been the determining factor, but both guys not able to get, take their foot off the gas quite yet. Going to have to keep it up as they're both showing to be very dangerous, over the opening 5 minutes and still landing bombs on each other over and over.
Yeah. I've been impressed with Mike Tran since he's joined BSD. Because obviously before he was with TK, wasn't he? So he's improved a hell of a lot since joining.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. He, defending so far, but honestly, it's tough to say, right? That knockdown, like I said in the first round, but throwing away that knockdown, Rara's looking very, very improved this evening, and I have a lot of respect for Mike Tran's ability. That's why I say all aboard the Mike train. But Rara, so far the grappling is on a bit of a different level. Gets separated here though. Good stand up from Mike Tran. Cardio looking a little bit worse for wear, but that's not going to be it.
It needs to stop whiffing them head kicks out of range.
Yeah, it's not going to be, even though he's got a stamina advantage, it's too much of a... Oh! Oh my dear! He's going for the finish, not able to get it, but that damage from Rara, great work. That's definitely put this round into his favour. Got 2 minutes to work as well there.
Can he get a top mount and get the ground and pound off?
I mean, at this point, he can go for the finish, but... Oh, and he is! He's going for it, brother. He's going for it. I was going to say, though, he's got a minute 30 to work, so I would almost suggest for him to just slow down a little bit here. You've definitely won this round, right? You just want to kind of make sure that if you don't get the finish one, then you're at least strong going into the third round, but... So the thing is, bro, that this is one of the harder submissions to get, at least in my opinion. It's such a hard submission to get the arm triangle unless your opponent is incredibly gassed, which, Tran is in that situation, but obviously very, very experienced in the game and was aware of what he needed to do to avoid those, those kind of advancements from Rara. Back to the feet now, though, with 40 seconds left on the second round. Back and forth action. Looks like Mike Tran's trying to land some big bombs, trying to equalise the damage that was put on him and the top control.
I was just thinking maybe Tran thinks he's 2 rounds down, because obviously if the first round's up in the air, we don't know who's won that one. Rara's definitely won this one.
Yeah, no, he definitely won the second round. Like you say, the first round back and forth, and that's just putting a cherry on it right there, right? That's definitely putting a cherry on it. Yeah, big round from Rara. He's now going to have to replicate that going into the third and final round, but his opponent, being a gnarly veteran of, in his own respect there, Pug, Rara cannot get too ahead of himself. He knows that his opponent's still dangerous, even in this late stage of the fight.
But the thing is, as well, Rara's a vet as well. He knows it can change in a matter of seconds.
Going back to the clinch, great work tying his opponent up, trying to stop the ability to land some of those big power shots. Gotta be careful of the spins. Oh,
Rara gets caught as he goes to his own spin.
Oh, bro, this is brutal. This is brutal. The night of the comebacks. Rara's in some deep trouble right now. With that being said, Mike Tran may feel that he's 2 rounds down, but he could have won that first round. So this Rara needs to do something now to get this round back in his favour to really get a stamp on it.
And stuff like that, what he needs, because I believe Rara has the grappling edge. Tran definitely has the striking edge, but...
Yeah, no, for sure. Rara's been doing great at utilising his grappling, imposing his will. And doing so, like I said, in unicorn shorts is an extra insult for your opponent. But those pink gloves rain down. Well, I don't know, just a little bit more insulting, right? Getting punched in the face by some pink gloves. Is that just me?
Yeah, I'd say that. It's like fighting a woman, isn't it?
No, he's doing a great job, Rara, man. I'm so impressed with his ability on the ground. They're back to the feet now, though, and we know that this is where Mike Tran has his biggest moments of success so far in the fight, trying to land some of those block-breaking combinations, getting the head health a little bit lower of Rara. They're really going to play a lot of a big factor. There's 2 minutes left on the clock, still decently high on stamina, so a couple of block breaks can really change the tide of this fight if he continues this pressure.
But the thing is, Tran's got to be careful as well, because he's got low head health as well. It's not like he's up there with full head health. Rara only needs 1 head kick and it could be over.
Absolutely. And there it is, brother. But the back taken, literally shades of the first round. Back and forth, the other way around, of course. Tran utilising that slip off to try and take the back. Now back to his feet, looking for the finish, but Rara's just pouring on the pressure right now, landing some lovely shots, interrupting everything coming his way.
Rara's doing so well. So is Tran. I don't know which way this fight's going to go.
Oh my god! This
And
card has
is
been
it over, bro?
Is it what, sorry, bro?
I honestly thought that was over.
You know, if nothing else, man, this card has been absolutely phenomenal start to finish so far. But to be really upfront with you, if nothing else, I am so happy I'm calling this fight just for this fight right here. To see Rara come up and have such a phenomenal performance against the dangerous opponent like Mike Tyson, sits him down. He's one punch away from the finish there. My God, what a performance from Rara Rasputin. Crazy fight from both guys.
You know what I think we need to see, Cyrus?
What's that?
We need to make it Mike Train versus Rara in prime time.
That may be the fight to make, brother. I'm definitely going to be putting it forward for the matchmakers, because these guys put on an incredible war this evening. Back and forth, absolutely scattergunning techniques all over the cage. I have to say, though, Rara really impressed this evening. Got to imagine he's the one walking away with his hand raised.
I've got to say, I think he's getting the win.
30-27. 29-28.
Oh,
Jesus.
Rara with the win.
When he wins dominantly. 30-27. Rara picking up a big W this evening. He's going to be feeling really good about himself now, picking up a big W over a tough opponent, moving on to 3-2. Great win by him, man. Great win.
There we go. We have your co-owner of Primetime up next.
Yes, sir. Crypto TMF, the motherfuckers themselves, going to be stepping up against AJS Walker in a tough 3-round battle. I know Walker's a danger. I'm just going back to what we were saying earlier. What were you saying about Walker earlier, brother? I believe you say he's had some dangerous fighting, right?
Yeah, it is feints. Like his head kicks. It's hard to read if he's someone. So, I know his record doesn't look the best, but he's got some ability to script up, so.
Yeah, it's hard to have a winningest records when you're up against such killers like that. You see the records and the opponents that they were able to go against. I have to say, though, Crypto able to pick up. Oh, there you go. I love these calves, bro. I love the calf. I've come up against this calf from Crypto a number of times. I know how dangerous he is with it. I've not had the pleasure of fighting Walker myself yet there. So I'm interested to see what he can do up against Crypto, because I'm very
Maybe that is a fight to make in prime time as well. Walker versus Cyrus Looney.
Bro, I ain't no competitive fighter anymore, brother. We may have to... Coming up in the near future, I'm actually my next fight is going to be up against Crooks, Cub Swanson mirror match to see who's got the best cub of them all. That man's a killer, and trust me, I'm getting in the training right now to try and make that as competitive as possible.
You're telling me you're going up against Crooks too, or not?
Yeah, yes, I am, sir. Yes, I am. It's an unofficial agreement that we've made. So, Cub Swanson mirror match. We both believe we've got the best cubs in the game, but less of that for right now. These guys going straight at it.
Crypto's doing
yeah, those double uppers, finding the mark very quickly, trying to go to the body shortly afterwards. Walker trying to land these big hooks on the inside, but to little success so far. Looks like he's having a little bit of adversity getting off first. That's a nice shot right there.
Crypto drops him.
This is Crypto just through and through, my man. He throws beautiful shots. Every time you lean, he lands to the body. Every time you try to block the body, he lands to the head. And so far, he seems to be very finely tuned for this bout.
Yeah, he does. He's obviously been good at training. He knows someone coming out of our camp is not going to be no slouch.
Yeah, this is a really technical approach from Crypto. He's doing a great job. Walker's having some adversity in this one. Nice pullback right there, though. Beautifully timed. Now that's got to be confidence building from Walker. Not only did he get the rock, he landed one of those death combinations afterwards. Each and every shot finding the mark, going to the body, going to the head. Those mix-ups definitely going to pay dividends if he's able to continue to find the mark.
And this one definitely ain't going to the ground, because I've not seen Crypto ever go up the fight in the ground.
I have to say I have, but normally only if he's using... Just because he likes to spank your ass a little, but don't imagine he's going to do so with the calf. Sits down Walker in this first round. Once again, he's having such a clean performance this evening. Quite literally the best I've seen Crypto perform in a long time. Obviously putting the work in and having success due to it this evening.
Yeah, it's making me want to come back and have my return and fight in the VFL.
Imagine, brother. I can imagine. He's new and improved. Like I said, this is a different approach from him. I'm used to the techniques that Big D from Walker. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm very, very familiar with the techniques of Kryptonite King, and I have to say this is a slightly different style to him this evening. Starting to go back to his normal combinations now after that big rock, but over that opening 5 minutes, very, very technical, mixing in some, calculated shots and having a lot of success due to it.
Yeah, well, obviously they've picked up some new signings as well, didn't they? When ICB went under, they picked up the likes of Doc, Honest Jim. So he's got some dangerous sparring partners.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's a nice trip there from Walker. The cardio now becoming a little bit of a problem for, obviously, for Crypto. It's not exactly great. You have such success in that first round. You're really trying to pour it on and get the finish. Problem is, if you don't get it, of course, it can leave you in some dangerous water like we're seeing right now.
But saying that, I still do believe he's got the stamina advantage. Looking at Walker's stamina, so Crypto might be okay.
You're absolutely right. Going into at the end of that first round, that Walker had the advantage, but the recovery for Kryptonite King was really on point. Probably due to the fact that he was able to mitigate a lot of the damage coming his way. Obviously, going into the second round, adjustments need to be made from both guys. I feel as they both tasted, the bitter end of a beautiful power shot and been sat down already. So definitely have to mind them P's and Q's. But as I say that, it feels like they're just letting everything go right now. They want to finish.
Oh, but lovely slip hook with a 2 double body uppercuts.
Great work going to the body, trying to go up to the head. Looks like Walker's trying to return the favor, but he eats an uppercut. Now the body rip. These guys trying to kill each other on every single shot. There is no rangefinders at this point in the fight. Just trying to get maximum damage at all time. Jumping front kick.
From Crypto.
Trying it once again, but eats the overhand wall perfectly. Kicking to the body. His stamina looking a little bit worse. His head health obviously not exactly fantastic either. Has to be very careful of the shots, a little bit more cognizant of his defense. Had a bit of success a moment ago, but it looks like Crypto's found the ability to recover.
That's it. Gotta be over at it.
Yes, that's it. Big win for Kryptonite King. Walker putting on a good display, trying to come back and get some big shots of his own, but this evening's the tale of Kryptonite King picking up the first W for TMF, I believe. I'm sure he's going to be happy with himself, and his campmate's going to be giving him a bit of a pat on the back after that one.
Yeah, certainly, because obviously he went through some adversity to get that win.
Jesus, what a fight, man. What a fight. These guys really heating us up. We're getting very, very close to the main event. A couple of fights coming up next now. We're going to be having in the next one King Zion up against Robbie Knuckles, followed by the co-main event. And the main event, brother. These fights all been living up to the hype. Like we see that, we've got a 3-round bout, then the co-main, then the main. Zion up against Robbie Knuckles. What can you tell me about these men?
I've not seen Zion before, but I have seen Robbie Knuckles, because also he is another member of the AJ Academy.
Oh wow, okay, that's awesome, brother. That's awesome. I didn't see that, but is he a recent? Is he a recent addition?
He's probably more recent than what this graphics being made.
No worries. But doing very well. He's coming off a double loss to Broomstick and Rye Jones. No shame in losing to PSD Broomstick, of course. Be having to really step it up here, though, up against AJS's Robbie Knuckles, currently on a 5-5, coming off a loss to FOI Rebel, that's actually in the title fight later on this evening.
Yeah.
Am I right in saying we've got 2 title fights? Is that right? Told me?
We have, yeah.
That's very cool, though. Always love to see the double belts on the line. Here we go, Zion, as we see there, looking at the scouting report that's being presented to us. Robbie Knuckles' preset is unknown, and so is King Zion, so we're going to have to see how they approach it stylistically. Looks like Williams taking the centre of the cage so far. Zion trying to land those double uppers. Instantly, Knuckles goes to the clinch and puts him on his ass. Now a little bit of ground and pound to follow. Maybe got a... Oh, lots of straight shots. Not able to hold that position for too long. Great job in getting the reversal from Zion. Now in that full guard position, trying to work some short shots on the ground and pound, building up that GA. Not able to stop the rubber guard. That's got to mean he's a he's Yorkaf, right? Yorkaf type. He's got rubber guard.
Sorry about that, Looney. My headphones disconnected from my phone for a second there, so I lost it. What were you saying?
He's got rubber guard there, brother. Does that mean? Yeah.
He's probably using a Vanguard or a Star, because that's the only ones I've really seen with rubber guard.
Thought as much. That's an interesting thing to note. He's actually on bottom right now. Got the rubber guard and obviously a lot of submissions to go with him, but this ground and pound is going to really start to add up. Not a great position. Block is obviously getting damaged.
Yeah, but Zion's got to be careful with that stamina.
That he does. Zion obviously in the red corner. Got Knuckles, Rob in the blue corner. I believe Zion is the current on top right now, right? You do obviously we don't see the actual glove colours as a result, but
yeah, Zion is in the burgundy shorts.
Good job so far. What a powerful mustache that Knuckles has got.
Yeah, it's the Don Fry look.
It is that or Uncle Creepy.
Yeah, I forgot about Uncle Creepy.
Gotta love that mustache. Oh, got that Beltran hairstyle as well. Beltran, sorry, he's bald.
Well, no, he's got a bit of a man bun up there in top there, Silas.
He has, okay. Big jump kick. My God, he got sat down, did Knuckles. Rob trying to do what he can, but Williams looking clean, landing big, powerful shots.
Yeah, Zion's pushing forward.
Nice. Yeah, he's got his opponent hurt right now, trying to find any can to get the damage off. Very cognizant of his defense, able to mitigate a lot of the shots coming to his body, interrupting that kick with a straight. Beautiful work so far, looking dialed in and ready for a victory until that head kick.
Oh, but can Robbie Knuckles come back?
Spin to the body once again, looking to... Bobby now seems to be finding himself a little bit. I feel like he's starting to get a little bit more comfortable in the cage. Nice side steps, nice rips to the body.
Yeah, them lunges are doing well for him.
I have to say, man, Zion has to be a little bit careful of throwing these rounds. It looks like his opponent has made the adjustment and started to get on his bike to make sure that he's not just sitting in the pocket and eating power shots. And a lot of wayward shots at the end of that first round, so we'll have to see if that plays a factor going into the second one. But action-packed so far, Pug. Interesting to see how these guys shape up. Who are you giving it to, that first round, by the way?
We've got to give that first round to Zion just for the amount of drops and stuns he got. Obviously, Robbie Knuckles came back at the end, but I think he left it a little bit too late to win that first round.
Oh!
Let's see if he can capitalize on it.
Zion is just doing such a great job of landing, the most significant strikes of this bout. Wow, man, that's a shame. That's a shame right there. This is going to be it, but I feel... No, great defense. I thought that was it. What a horrible way that would have been for him to go out. He pulls a counter. Unfortunately, he stops the counter strike from actually pulling out and then eats a front kick. Now obviously on bottom, but he is the Vanguard pick, and as a result, he's going to have some great submissions, although this one is a bit of a tough one to get there, Bug.
Yeah, I do not like joint sucks at all.
Oh, really?
I am a chalk person all day long.
Well, we need to train each other then, bro. I'm the opposite. That one in particular is hard to get, the Kimura from Hawkeye Barton, but he's used it now to get back to his feet, basically, right? Nice pullback. This time he let the strikes go. He's definitely going to need a little bit more of that if he's going to have some success, because Williams is pressing forward using a lot of rounded shots. Lovely spin! My God. Oh, the front kick again, man. Landing on the butt. He was trying to sidestep high vulnerability blinking.
I was going to say that front kick didn't track some well.
No, it always does a great job, man. The tracking is a little bit...
It's got to be over now.
Yeah, Zion does the job, man. Doing the damn thing, looking great this evening. His opponent having all sorts of adversity. He was absolutely relentless with it. No mercy from Zion this evening as he taunts in a very creative way. Jesus, I've never seen that before.
As you said, these caps have some weird celebrations.
I tell you what, sign me up. I'm fighting on VFL, getting the calves out there. Renato Laranja's taking people's necks. I promise you. But Zion doing a great job this evening, brother. I'm really like.
So
Sorry.
you say your cap could take people's necks?
Yeah, that I am, brother. That I am. Got to go Renato Laranja. Got to go Renato.
Well, get Cyrus. You can fight the submission record holder.
I'll work my way to you, bro. I'll work my way to you. I don't want to. Great work right there just to bring it back to this one. He's looking very, very clean. Going to have to see where he goes from there. Obviously, that was a big win for him, man. Zion now, he's on I think that's a 2-fight win streak. Obviously, last one up against Ghost. This one, big win for him this evening. That does take us into the co-main event of the evening, though, brother. It's going to be so PlayStation, I believe this one is right. PlayStation is going to be D2 Championship in lightweight. Ray Lamas up against Spaceboy. 4-1 record for Ray Lamas. 1-1 record for Spaceboy. Interesting to see how they shape up. We don't have any information, I don't believe, on their stats. Their cap picks. So we'll have to have a little bit of a seeing on how that goes. Once again, though, blown away by these graphics, man. He's done a fantastic job on these. Able to showcase, these guys' records and a little bit of context going into this bout. There he is, the champion himself, 4-1 record. Doing a great job overall. Obviously, going to have to see what he's able to do going forward from there. Am I right in saying he goes top to bottom? So he's out on a 2 or 3 fight win streak now, obviously, since winning that belt.
Yeah, he's on a 4-fight win streak, so that is some good stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, obviously, maybe he's on like a similar rung to the likes of Trixie. First fight.
Maybe so.
Yeah, now he's on a 19-fight win streak. Looks like this gentleman lost his first fight. Now has gone on an absolute killing spree, owning this belt and looking to keep it. I don't think he's going to want to lose it anytime soon.
Well, when you get a belt, no matter what the league is, you don't want to lose it, do you?
No, for sure, bro. It's the bragging rights to it. The recognition that you're the best on the scene at that time. Always going to be great. These guys starting out very quickly, though. The challenger trying to take it to the champion with these 1-2 body shots.
Yeah, Hazard Hat is definitely coming forward. I believe that is Spaceboy, but without him naming his calf, I do not know.
Lovely work. Landing the champion, able to find hands on that one. Trying to now pressure forward, changing the tide of the fight. Got a slight stamina advantage. Got his head health his opponent's head health very, very low. Looks like he continues to try and throw in the pocket, and this might be a quick night if he doesn't get on the bike and start circling out. I mean, my God, the combinations are all on him from the champion right now.
He's hitting his head, his body, and his legs. I don't think Spaceboy knows where to defend.
No, maybe not. You really seeing it all come together. Lovely work, just attacking the body, flying the attempt from Spaceboy. But that's about the biggest success so far. I mean, the champion after that first 30 seconds, he's really turned it around.
And he's took a big chunk off his stamina off Spaceboy as well.
Yeah, and it's because of diligent, choices in his offense. He's not just going to the head; he's going to the body as well, mixing it up, and everything seems to be landing with huge damage. But with that being said, Spaceboy with another flying knee. This one finding the home, and now he's got the opponent, tracing his tracks, if you will, trying to back up. Big pole counter. My God, the challenger did not come here to play.
The challenger's saying, "Hey, I'm coming here to bring the belt home with me."
Yeah, he said, you better spit shine that thing. It's coming home with me this evening. He's got a lot of work cut out for him. That's a big burst of success for him. But the champion obviously remaining composed and doesn't seem to be flustered by that big moment for Spaceboy.
Yeah, he's obviously had a couple of championship fights, so he's probably been put in these situations before. So you get used to it, don't you?
Yeah,
I suppose.
Sure. the more experience you get, the more you're going to be able to think in pressure situations. The champion able to do so right there, not able to get the now blitzing forward with combinations.
Yeah, Space Boy's just got no stamina to like do anything. He outruns the combination. It's
Oh! He doesn't need too much though. The question mark kick is right there for he asked the question, can you chain hold up to this one? The answer was no. It's
backed up.
And that's why he's the champ right there, staying composed, not giving up to that big damage that was landed on him, able to now get back to his feet. The champion here definitely seems to be more of a striker, seems to be very, very comfortable up here, but with an opponent like this, when you've got them hurt, what do you think, Pug? Maybe a shot is the way to go, right?
Yeah, if my opponent's hurt or I feel like I'm getting outstruck, I'd be going to that ground and pound. I'd be working that ground game all day long.
Yeah, for sure, right?
You've got to try and mix it up, haven't you?
Exactly, brother, exactly. And he had a lot of success on the definitely ahead in terms of stamina and head health right now. So, taking it down from your opponent really takes away their last hope, right? They're getting to about the halfway mark of the stamina. So you put them on their ass, they're already at a disadvantage due to that. And then going into that third, fifth, championship rounds, you can really start to turn it up. But looks like the champion knows what he's doing as he stays composed, picking at the legs, picking at the head. Beautiful shots land again.
I was going to say he knows fine well Hazard is trying to bait out that pull counter.
Really is.
Honestly.
This champion, I was going to say the champion here. Is this season 1 or season?
I believe we're into season 2. So season 1, all the divisions were all in one. We didn't have the division B and division A.
Yeah.
So come season 2, because we had a lot of lower skilled fighters just going on massive losing streaks because they were fighting division 20 like top 100 players. He decided to split the divisions up, so it was just more of a fairer, even playing field. So
exactly,
now
brother.
So now if you champion in Division B and you defend 5 times, you go up to Division A. So if Lannis wins this one, he could be going up.
I cannot believe the champion just survived that. He had, excuse my profanity, but he had a gnat's cock of health. There's just the slimmest of margins of health left, and was able to find a way to get back to his feet. He has to get on his bike. He has such a stamina advantage. If he can just make it out of this round, he stands a very, very good chance of winning. But the challenger, definitely on his heels right now.
The challenger's just pushing him forward. He's just in his face, pushing the press.
He's recognizing that his stamina is so low right now. He's got the champion hurt. So continuing to pressure like this is a great remedy for success if he's able to get the damage off over the next 1:30, which so far he's been able to do.
I'm liking them lunging, running hooks, what Space Boy is doing.
Yeah, you know me, brother. The lunges, I'm all about them. Him showing that, it shows that he's well versed in the... Definitely seems to be an action-packed showstopper as he's trying to get the... Can the underdog win? Oh!
And he's just out of stamina.
Brother, just a tiny bit of stamina would have been able to sit him down there. That could have been an new move. The champion making an excellent adjustment, getting the fight to the ground. He needed this, just trying to make it into the next round. Obviously only 25 seconds left on the clock, but my God, the challenger is putting up one hell of a showcase this evening. Really, really pushing that pressure. Yeah,
I'm going to say the champion, he's going to have the massive stamina advantage come this third round. So can he make it pay in his advantage?
Yeah, he honestly, you are a guy that likes to mix it up like myself there, Pug. So we called you a moment ago, but this third round, if you're the champion, you need to make championship level adjustments. Get this fight to the ground quickly. Don't allow your opponent to have the same sort of success that they had in that last round.
Yeah, definitely, especially with that stamina advantage. Because you'll be able to get, as soon as you deny one transition, the sub's going to be that easy.
With that being said, he's about to get the victory by the looks of things. Perfect ground and pound following up, and there it is. And still, Smock. My God, five victories in a row. Like I said, he may be going on a Trixie type run if he continues like this.
I believe now he gets to challenge the Division A title holder. Because he's won 5 in a row.
My God. So champion 5 in a row. That's that's a big one. So if he's moving up to D1, up against, I would assume, the next the next bout up, right? So we're moving into our obviously main event right now, 5 rounds. Division 2 champion there, lightweight FOI Rebel up against BSDJT. 7-2 is these guys have got phenomenal records. 7-2 for FOI Rebel, 2-0 for BSDJT. These are big ones, man. These are big ones.
I was going to say, Fire Rebel has beat some good competition.
Yeah, I can see his last win was actually up against a candidate of yours, AJS Juggernaut, and I know that man's very, very dangerous, so that's a good win for him. Obviously, you're going to have to see if he's able to replicate that this evening up against BSDJT, the undefeated champion, I do believe. Am I right saying BSDJT is the champion? Or is it Rebel?
No, I think it's Fire Rebel.
Apologies. So Rebel is the champion. He does have the bigger record. The challenger, though undefeated, has not tasted the bitter taste of defeat so far within VFL, and I don't imagine he's going to try and start this evening. Going to have the BSD boys behind him, trying to test the champion and obviously start a new era, if you will. There you see a double win, undefeated. He won a round 3 knockout up against Bobby Bulldog. Decision in his last outing against Grizzly Adams, another dangerous opponent on the scene. Now he's coming up against the champion FOI Rebel, season 2 record 7-2, as we see there on a 2-fight win streak over RR and Juggernaut, also beating Robbie Knuckles and AJS Ghost. My God, brother, this is it. He's had a lot of good performances. He's fought a lot of tough guys, a lot of the AJS boys as well, and he's obviously putting in some great work. Yeah,
I'm not going to. It's not a stealthy approach, but I can only go off what my teammates have told me, but he has a fire blanket lane prey style apparently.
Okay,
so
well,
hopefully he doesn't do it, because I'd rather have a barn burner.
Well, JT is a well-rounded opponent, training with the BSD boys. I'm sure he's going to be prepared for anything. Rebel looks like he's welcoming the battle as they touch gloves in this first round of our main event of the evening, VFL26. If you haven't already, hit that sub button, and they're going to be putting on many more barn burner shows just like this one.
Yes, and then obviously we've just partnered with your league, Prime Time. So
yes, sir.
Many
yes, sir.
more good casters just to come.
Absolute pleasure. Proudly partnered with VFL is Prime Time. Putting on these shows, going to be having the King of the Calf show coming up on the 8th of next month. Interesting to see your boys putting on a show on that card. But obviously right now we're seeing these guys throw down in the championship, D2 championship bout. We're seeing obviously JT doing a good job of using those teeps and front kicks so far, maintaining the range, maybe a little bit wary some of the threat.
I was going to say the only thing I'm worried about with JT at the moment is he's getting them leg checked quite a lot.
Yes, and it doesn't take too many of them, does it, Bug? It really, really adds up quickly.
But that was a lovely denial on that day.
Brother. So sometimes I have to say that a couple of those types of opportunities right there, he's done a great job circling into the power hand, missing that spinning kick to the body. Obviously, a little bit worried keeping that blocked up, meaning that he wasn't able to get the counter off that he wished, but the champion trying to do everything he can to stay composed in this opening going, because JT's looking like, not just the challenger, he looks like he's here to, not only, like I said, win this belt, but he looks like he's trying to start a new era here this evening.
Yeah. And obviously the BSD lot, they're deadly on the feet.
Yeah.
So they know what they're doing.
The name indicates it all, my man. Body snatchers degree. They got a degree in that. Went to Harvard or some shit. Landing a nice body kick right there. Rebel obviously not out of the woods yet. He's, not out of this fight yet. Landing some good shots of his own, but seems to be having a little bit of difficulty landing consistently due to the footwork of JT, which has been super clean so far there, Pug.
Yeah, the footwork's really impressing me by JT. He's just moving left and right, circling around, and Fire Rebel doesn't know where to hit him. He doesn't know what to do. Yeah,
no, exactly right, man. Using lateral movement, going in and out, actually just really, really disguises when you're entering for an actual attack, and a lot of the time you get your opponent to bite on things as a result, playing those footsie battles, but the champion now getting it to the ground with 45 seconds left on the clock. There's still plenty of time to get some big ground and pound off, but JT staying cognizant of his defense, working his way back to that full guard. Excellent job of shrimping.
I was going to say, if JT can prove to fight that he can actually fight on the ground, it might even put doubt in his mind that he can't even do it on the ground and suffocate him.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, this is the thing that a lot of people need, wrestlers, especially people who like to lay out, and we take this fight down to it as their priority. That full guard position, you don't actually gain top control time from there. I don't know if you're aware of that, unless you're postured up.
I was going to say, I did not know that.
Yeah, you need to be postured up. Oh, this is what I've been told by Dog. I trust his words on it. But the main thing about it is that you've got to think about it this way. Full guard, your opponent's technically winning because they're on top, but it's basically inverted mount. And there's a lot, even though you don't have the ground and pound opportunities, it sets up the submissions due to the fact that it's inverted. There's a lot of submissions opportunities from there, and no opportunities to gas your opponent due to easy denials. It's a harder position to get out of.
Right, yeah, I get that. Oh, that's something I'm going back to my guide with.
I love the jits, bro. All about that jits life. Jiu-jitsu. Nice shot.
I'm gonna have to keep watching you fighting your way up.
Lovely flying knee. The challenger trying to take gold, attacking the body of the champion repeatedly, having excellent success. There's a full 25 minutes potential in this bout and being very diligent with their offense. What an overhand from the champ, though.
Oh, but lovely survival instincts from JT. But gets caught again with that overhand.
Yeah, he got up very, very, very quickly, and that's what you want to see. You don't want to be resting on your laurels, taking too many opportunities to stay on the floor, because obviously we know that Rebel is very, very good on the ground at holding those positions. So you don't want to stay down there for long at all, right? Active hips.
Oh, definitely. I'd rather be on the feet. Even though he's got rocked, I still think JT's got the slight advantage on the feet. Yeah,
no, for sure. And they both just checked each other's legs, like we said. It does many right legs, kind of. Mirroring each other right now, but it does kind of see like Rebel is now getting the better of the damage. I did feel like JT was ahead in this fight, seems to be the more cleaner of the two, but those big overhands on those missed kicks really, really adding up for Rebel and making him have massive amounts of success, and in terms of equalizing out this the early adversity that he's had from JT.
It doesn't help that JT is whiffing these kicks and leading them to get countered.
So I don't know if this is frustration or maybe he was just feeling, too confident in his striking after that. He was looking so technical in the early going, and like you say, those missed shots are really, really starting to allow his opponent, the champ, back into this fight.
Yeah, and the challenger's head health now is so low, it's going to take one a clean overhand, and I think he's going out.
Yeah, it doesn't take too many, my man, especially when you miss a shot like we've seen. Those overhands have been landing with vicious intent. Really, really changing the course of that opening round and a half that we saw so far. Obviously, this is a championship round, though, like I said, still rounds 3, 4, and 5 potentially to go. But honestly, with this output, I really, really don't see it going past the third or the fourth round. These guys are throwing everything at each other.
And I think JT's starting to panic now because he's starting to wrestle.
Yeah, no, for sure. He could very well be. A bit of a separation, like I say, he's done a really good job of maintaining the center of the cage. Those flying knees, my God, man, people have been landing them all night.
They have. I think it's the go-to move when you've got a calf. Let's just throw flying then.
This is the thing, though, bro, right? It's one of those ones where if they were just, oh! I was going to say, if they were just throwing them out there kind of, there's no nice way of saying it. If they were throwing it out there like spamming way, then it's one thing, right? It's easy to counter, but these guys are mixing it in between a number of other unorthodox strikes, so it keeps your opponent guessing. You don't know whether or not you need to slip, pull, duck. Whatever's coming at you is always a little bit different, and as we see right there, the spinning front kick to the face as he tries to step off. Sometimes the tracking is just on point.
Yeah. Well, he circled right into it as well.
Yeah, he really did. Right. Here we go, third round of this championship main event. Great showing of respect. A little bit of worse for wear in terms of the health of JT, but looking the fresher on the stamina as his leg gets rocked once more. Rebel, of course, slightly worse for wear on the stamina, but health-wise seems to have done a great job of mitigating a lot of the damage coming his way. All still to play for, brother.
Oh, all the marbles are still here, but JT's block, head health is just so low. It's just so hard to see how he's going to come back.
It really is, and right now he's pressed up against the cage with his head health and his leg health. Goes for that takedown attempt, bails into the hook from the clinch break. That's a nice little mix-up, trying to get a little bit of respect back from his opponent.
I was going to say, if Pudgy's in his corner now, you're no fine. Well, he's screaming down that mic, telling him to move off that cage.
Yeah, for sure. You cannot allow yourself to be pressed behind these black lines because it limits your abilities to defensively, kind of move in any way, duck, dive, left to right, lateral movements. You just don't have the cage. Whereas, obviously, if Rebel needs to back up, he has all of that space. He has the entire cage to do so. I understand it from JT. In this position, he's very worried about the damage that's coming his way due to the leg health continuously blinking, even without damage continuing to be put on it. Interesting to note, though, he's leaving that left forward, almost kind of offering it up, saying kind of kick me, right?
Yeah. Oh, it definitely is, yeah.
Nice check, and that's why he's really all over them. He knows that his opponent's come to him. We see him switch back into the orthodox stance once again, with the leg health being so low. Oh! Mate, that's like the third one he's landed. Those overhands, he hasn't taken his head off.
I was going to say, Rebel's shown why he is the champion, and he can do more than just wrestle.
Yeah, no, he definitely can. He's looked clean in the hands tonight. We haven't seen him have massive amounts of success in the grappling because he really hasn't needed to. He seems to have stayed defensive on the striking side of things in the opening going, taking those first couple of rounds to adjust. But now we've got JT on top of him, raining down ground and pound. Still a minute 25 on the clock, and a lot of opportunity on the real-time side of things to get major damage off in these positions.
Rebel's not got the best of stamina compared to JT, should I say, so maybe he can pull off the submission.
Yeah, no, he could do it. There's not, and I mean, obviously, we're going into the championship rounds next, where the cardio really, really becomes important. In the earlier rounds, you fall, you're pretty clean, but you get, even over a 3-round fight, it can be quite hard to lose all your stamina, right? Yeah. But going into those 4th and 5th, that's what really separates good players from elite players.
Oh, it certainly does. And it's hard sometimes when you've not fought a 5-round fight for a while. Obviously, luckily, when I'm on the OWC, I fight him quite a lot, so...
Ooh, that leg, mate. No, you're absolutely right, though, being adjusted to the 5 rounds over the 3. Oh, my God! Closing out the 3rd round massively.
The amount of stuns and leg health events Rebel has got, he's definitely winning this fight.
Yeah, not discriminating, going to the leg, going to the body, going to the head. JT having some early success, but now having some problems. As we mentioned, though, the cardio looking very clean from the body snatches degree. Local himself, I'm sure that was maybe one of his game plans going into this one, take those early rounds and to adjust and start to turn it up in this 4th and 5th round. The stamina advantage not as large as you'd like to see, considering how damaged he actually is, though, right?
Yeah. That night, JT's so damaged, I'm surprised he's got stamina as much as he has.
You see everything land in the head. The head health blinks even off a jab. The leg health is back to blinking infinitely just after that one leg kick. So far, so good for Rebel. Man's looking like he's a problem. Doesn't look like he's wanting to give up that belt. Obviously, trying to advance to 8-2 on this championship, maybe moving up to D1, as we mentioned from the previous co-main event. I can understand it. He's looking clean on the side. Once again, composure. Look at this man. He's ahead. He's not wasting his time, backing off intelligently, waiting for his opponent to overcommit so he can land one of those big overhands again.
Yeah, he's definitely looking for that overhand again, you can tell.
He does.
He's taking it to the ground.
But you mentioned earlier, man, this guy obviously on the ground, so not a bad choice given the fact that he's starting to lose a little bit of stamina, potentially a couple of rounds up in the fight already, so just to capitalize on that, taking it down looks great in the eyes of the judges, and obviously wears on your opponent's stamina.
Look at JT, he's just dropped down a lot.
Yeah, it really has. The flying knee once again is money for. Has to be careful of that left leg at this stage. I'd love to see him switch stance, but he might not have an opportunity to, as the damage is pouring forward from the champ.
Rebel's going in for the kill now, isn't he?
Oh!
Oh, but can JT pull it back?
We said the night of the upsets, lots of adversity for him. Now finding opportunity to get big damage off on the champion. With no success as he gets sat down at the end. The champion landing death combo after death combo. And I think that's it. And still.
Well,
What
that
a
was
fight.
a hell of a fight.
Yeah, that is the way you close out a show right there. Rebel and BSD JT showing up this evening, putting on a show for us all, and that was a pleasure to call, my man. These guys obviously have a bright future ahead of them if they continue to put in the work like they are, and I think he even had POTN tattooed on his chest, looking for that performance of the night. Once again, you see the big uppercut at the end there. Great way to close out that show. He's a dangerous man. So from what you're telling me there, it looks like that he's probably going to be taking a step up to challenge the champion of D1. Is that right there, brother?
It looks that way, brother, yeah.
Well, what a fun-ass fight that was. Jesus.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Lebing has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 3 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout, Madeiro!
Well, that's
Great
the way
win.
to close out the card, isn't it? It really is.
It really is, brother. It really is. Now, I have to say, this has been a phenomenal night of fights. It's been an absolute pleasure calling them with you there, Pug. Hopefully, we'll get to do this again very shortly, my man. I'm going to try and show up and do as many of the shows as I can with you VFL boys. You put on a phenomenal show, and got some excellent fighters coming through the ranks, man. I'm interested to see how they do going forward.
Yes, so am I. And I'd just like to say thank you for me and Cyrus for watching. They part today. Thank you and good night.